Massive ship vanishes in calm waters. No distress signal. No wreckage. No trace. Just silence. Imagine standing at the shore, watching the horizon, and realizing that hundreds of lives aboard that vessel have simply disappeared. That's not a scene from a sci-fi movie. It's real history. The ocean covers more than 70% of our planet, and yet it holds some of the most unsolved and eerie mysteries of all time. Today, we re-diving into the most disturbing cases of lost ships in history. Vessels that seem to vanish into thin air, leaving behind no answers, only questions. And the last case? It's one that came back, but without its crew. Get ready to explore the unknown. Throughout history, the sea has been both a pathway for exploration and a stage for tragedy. But in some cases, tragedy isn't even the right word, because what happens is beyond explanation. From the Atlantic to the South Pacific, ships have sailed into oblivion, leaving no evidence of what went wrong. These aren't just stories of bad weather or engine failure. These are tales of entire crews disappearing without a trace, ghost ships drifting silently for weeks, and final radio messages that make your skin crawl. What really happened to these vessels? Mechanical failure? Human error? Or something far stranger? Let's begin with one of the most baffling cases, the SS Waratah. Dubbed the Titanic of the South, this luxury liner disappeared in 1909 while traveling from Durban to Cape Town with 201 passengers and crew. The ship was considered unsinkable, equipped with modern technology and enough lifeboats for everyone on board. And yet, halfway through its voyage, it simply vanished. No debris was ever found. No distress calls. For over a century, people have speculated about rogue waves, undersea earthquakes, or even supernatural causes. Search missions spanned decades, but the ocean kept its secret. The Waratah remains one of the most puzzling maritime disappearances in the world. Now let's talk about the infamous Mary Celeste. In 1872, this American merchant ship was discovered adrift in the Atlantic Ocean. Everything on board was perfectly in order. Cargo untouched, the crew's belongings still there, even food laid out on the table. But the crew, gone. No signs of struggle, no weather reports indicating a storm, just silence. The lifeboat was missing, but there was no logical reason the crew would abandon a perfectly functioning vessel. Over the years, theories have ranged from pirates to underwater gas eruptions to alien abduction, but none fully explain the eerie calm and intact condition in which the ship was found. In 1918, the USS Cyclops set sail from Barbados to Baltimore. A massive coal ship, it carried over 10,000 tons of cargo and 306 crew members. It never arrived. No wreckage, no communication, nothing. What makes this case particularly strange is its location, the infamous Bermuda Triangle. The U.S. Navy launched the largest search in naval history at that time, but not a single piece of the Cyclops was ever discovered. Later investigations failed to uncover any conclusive cause, and even more haunting, two sister ships of the Cyclops vanished under nearly identical circumstances in the same area. Coincidence or pattern? Jumping forward to 1955, we find the case of the MV Joyita. This small trading vessel was scheduled for a routine trip in the South Pacific. It never made it to its destination. 5 weeks later, the Joyita was discovered adrift, abandoned. Equipment was missing, documents were destroyed, and clocks on board had stopped at the same time. Bloodstains were found. The 25 people on board were never seen again. The vessel itself was still seaworthy. Why would a crew abandon a ship that wasn't sinking? Theories include piracy, secret cargo, and even government cover-ups. But, like the ocean around it, the truth remains murky. Next up, the Carol A. Deering. In 1921, this 5-masted schooner was found run aground off the coast of North Carolina. Its sails were still up. Meals were set on the table. The logbook, navigation equipment, and the entire crew gone. There were no signs of struggle. Investigators found multiple footprints on deck but couldn't determine what happened. Was it a mutiny, a coordinated attack, or something else entirely? Some believe the ship was a victim of Prohibition-era piracy. Others suggest it was pulled into another dimension. Whatever happened, the crew vanished as if they were erased from existence. In 1980, one of the most modern and secure vessels of its time, the MV Derbyshire, set sail carrying 44 people and over 150,000 tons of ore. It disappeared during a typhoon near Japan. No SOS signal was sent. For years, families demanded answers, but none were given. Decades later, an investigation located the wreck 4 kilometers beneath the surface. The findings pointed to structural weaknesses, but conspiracy theories still surround the case. Some believe the ship was sunk by a military submarine, or that its route passed over an experimental weapons zone. Whatever the cause, the silence that followed its disappearance was deafening. And now we reach the most terrifying of them all, the SS Ourang Medan. In 1947, ships in the Strait of Malacca received a chilling SOS. All officers, including the captain, are dead, lying in chart room and bridge, possibly whole crew dead. A rescue ship arrived shortly after and found the Medan drifting. Everyone on board was dead, their faces twisted in horror, some pointing at something that wasn't there. No signs of physical trauma. Suddenly, before further inspection could be made, the ship exploded and sank. No official investigation was completed. Was it toxic gas? Mass hysteria? A supernatural force? No one knows, and no one wants to be the next to find out. These stories aren't just tales of the sea. They are reminders that despite all our technology and confidence, there are still corners of our world that defy logic and understanding. What really happened to these ships? Did they fall victim to natural disasters, human mistakes, or forces we've yet to comprehend? Are we willing to accept that some answers might never come? The ocean is vast, mysterious, and merciless. It gives no warnings, and it keeps its secrets well. So now, it's your turn to investigate. Which of these stories gave you chills? Which one do you think will never be solved? Drop your theory in the comments below. And if you're fascinated by mysteries like these, don't forget to subscribe. We've got even darker stories coming your way. The sea has many secrets, and we're just getting started.